Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be reviewing Touch by Ellen Wille in the color Tobacco Rooted. The first Ellen Wille that I purchased, it was Area, and I had only purchased it because I wanted to see how the size on the Ellen Wille fitted. I had never had an Ellen Wille before, and all I had ever heard was how small they ran and that they were primarily for petite average sizes. The Area, which I will leave linked somewhere around I will leave it linked in the cards or down below. Area fit me fine. I had absolutely no problem with it, and Area is a basic cap. When I saw how well it fit, and then I saw Touch, I thought, oh, I've got to try it. And Touch fits beautifully. There's a few things that I do want to mention to you. I have 21.75 circumference, and I have a 14-inch ear to ear, which falls into the large category. Yet, Ellen Wille fits me fine. At least the two that I have. Area is from the Elements collection, and Touch is from the Changes collection. These have a wefted cap, which are very stretchy, and I will show you in just a moment. I'm letting you know this because perhaps one of you is in the same situation as I was, thinking, well, I can't have an Ellen Wille because they run small. Well, they may run small, maybe the hand-tied run a little bit smaller, or some of the other cap constructions. However, the ones, at least in the two that I have tried, one from Elements and one from Changes, they fit my average size perfectly. What I do have, I have a very low hairline, very, very low. Every wig on me, it doesn't matter the brand, the ear tabs will be quite high, and there will be some of my bio hair showing on the sides. I do one of two things. I either use a powder, a root powder, either this one by Clairol. I also have one from Wow, and I'll show you. As you can see right here is my bio hair, and Touch is right here. Usually, I didn't do this now because I wanted to show you. So if I'm going out somewhere and it's a little windy outside, I'm concerned about my wig blowing up and showing my hairline, which really isn't a problem, I'll just take some of the bio hair out and I apply some of the powder on it, some of the root color powder. It really isn't a problem, and even if you have minimal bio hair or none, that is not a problem whatsoever. If you have very little, you could just use some of the root powder and do basically the same thing I am. I have never had a problem. All of my wigs, doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter how large, how stretchy they are, like Beltress or Aesthetica, they're still going to fit exactly the same. I've tried the large, but the large are just too big for me, and then I have a great big area back here. I'd rather deal with a hairline that is showing, if you will, than having to with that great extra baggy part on the back of the wig. All right, moving on to Touch. This color is absolutely beautiful in my opinion. Tobacco Rooted is a beautiful, beautiful color. I have fallen in love with it. I just wish it were available in more of Ellen Wille's design. This is a medium brown base. We have some light blonde highlights, and we have some light auburn lowlights. And you really can't see the auburn too much, but it's just enough to give it that warmth, if you will. We do have some pretty light fibers of the blonde framing the face, which I think is just so flattering. Touch has very loose waves, beachy waves, if you will. I don't necessarily consider this beachy waves. I think the waves are really, really pretty on it. Very minimal permatease. It's only just a little tiny bit. I mean, you could barely feel it, and a little bit on at the nape, and I think that's really to keep the style, to keep the form on the style. This has Touch has a left monofilament side part and a beautiful, beautiful lace front. On the Raquel Welch, you will find impeccable lace fronts, and I think that Ellen Wille does an amazing job as well with the lace fronts. Let me show you. I think there is a little bit of knotting that you can see starting right where the brown base starts, but because it has these blonde highlights, it's not that noticeable if you're looking at tobacco rooted. I'll show you Touch on all sides. Beautiful light fibers, very wispy. They remind me very much of the fibers on the bell tress. It's that kind, but this is a straight synthetic. This is not an HD, so you're not going to have that problem of the fraying ends or anything like that. What I do, I went out the other day and I was going to be out for a while. I took my John Renault comb, and I just periodically just ran a little bit to the ends just to make sure that there was no tangling. When I take Touch off, I just add a little bit of the John Renault spray. I use the conditioning spray by John Renault, and then I hang my wigs upside down for the night, and then in the morning I just shake it out and put it on my wig stand. Just a really, really pretty style. It's about 10 inches all around, but even though that's what it says on the Ellen Wille website, there are shorter fibers, but I think those layers are basically to give it this pretty form, because otherwise we wouldn't have it. Try it on with my glasses. And my glasses fit perfectly well between my ears and the ear tab. Because of the length, there's lots you can do with it. And because of my hairline, I always leave a little bit hanging down. Side mono part, temple to temple lace front, just a little very tiny bit of permatease. It doesn't even feel pillowy. Velcro adjustable straps, lots of stretch, and extended nape. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you spending this time with me. I hope you've enjoyed the review of Touch by Ellen Wille in the color Tobacco Rooted. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.